Welcome back to the show, guys. Thank you so much for being here. I have with me today Mr. Wale Ojo, who is a Nigerian actor. And you started your career on television in Africa as a child prodigy. So you're a child actor.
Yes.
How old are you now?
I was 55 years old 2 weeks ago.
Wow. You don't look it. Thank God for that.
You're too kind.
Yes. So it says that your first role was The Hard Case.
Yeah.
How old were you at the time?
Well, that was my first movie role in London. That was shot in 1995 by a director called Guy Ritchie.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never seen that. I love Guy Ritchie. He's one of my favorites.
I don't know if you remember, there was a film called Lock, Stock.
Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels.
Well, The Hard Case was the original Lock, Stock.
Interesting.
Yeah, which then became... Hard Case then became Lock, Stock.
That is a fun fact indeed. I will be sure to check that out. And you are the founder of the New Nigeria Cinema.
Yes.
And it says your focus is to improve the quality of Nigerian films.
Yes.
And you run a yearly festival titled the New Nigeria Cinema Day at the British Film Institute in London.
Yeah.
You've acted in a lot of cinema films, and you recently released Casanova.
Yeah, I was an actor in that film, so it wasn't me that released it. But
I
was the lead actor with Retiola Adoy in that film. And the movie that I'm about to release, which comes out, general cinema release on the 4th of October, is this film.
Don't Get Mad, Get Even.
Get Even.
I like that title. It sounds very Guy Ritchie-ish as well.
It is quite Guy Ritchie-ish in some respects.
So tell me, why did you decide to join Nollywood, or tell Nigeria why you decided to join Nollywood with the UK film industry there for you to explore?
Well, I mean, first of all, the simple answer to that question is that I'm a Nigerian, And although I've studied a great deal abroad, for me, home is where the heart is. So since many, many years ago, I've always been, coming back to Nigeria to initiate a lot of different projects. And for me, Nigerian stories are much, much more exciting than I get abroad. For me, personally. I don't know about anybody else.
Amongst all the films you've acted in, tell us, which one would you say has been the most intense for you?
Of all the films I've acted in?
Of all of them.
There have been a few intense ones. Been a few intense. I mean, I remember doing a play, not really a movie, a play in which I played a cockroach.
What?
Yeah, that was quite intense.
Did you have to crawl around?
Yes, I had to crawl. I had to crawl on the roof. I had to fall from the roof onto my back.
What?
I had to bounce off the floor, my back.
Was this a UK production?
It was a UK production.
I would think so. What is it that you like?
So if it was a Nigerian production...
Would have used Dunlop slippers to kill you now? Smashed you down.
I smashed it down.
That's right. What do you like about Nollywood?
Well, I mean, I love stories. I love the stories that we have, and I love the vavavoom attitude that we have to filmmaking. Don't forget, when Nollywood started off, there was no government funding.
At all?
Whatsoever, nothing. And it was built from scratch with films like Living in Bondage to what we have now to be, close to $1 billion industry, and which is huge, Yeah, there's a lot of problems with that, I mean, if you mention a big figure like that, you'll expect that, all your stars
are living it up.
Living it up in Hollywood style mansions.
Up?
No, I'm doing my best to live it up.
In acting, people need to get into character, especially sexually. What risk would you say this plays in the home front?
That's a dangerous word.
Is it?
Sexually.
Are you married?
That's a long jump from the question.
No, because I'm asking that because if you're married with kids, then maybe you have to explain that sometimes.
You mean you have to be more conservative?
Not necessarily conservative, but maybe when your kids or family watch back what you've done.
Well, I think if you're married, I think maybe you want to limit your choices, but there have been instances where people who are married, actors who are married, gone to do productions where they have not limited their choices and their marriages have survived, and in some other cases their marriages haven't survived. So really it all really depends on the actor.
I see.
But I'll be lying if I said to you that when you get on set sometimes you don't have chemistry and on-screen relationships that happen as a result of being intimately connected with another actress.
Do you think Nollywood actors are well remunerated for their talents?
No.
Okay, that's a hard no.
Yeah,
Break it down to me.
Well, I mean, come on. We need to operate a system here where if an actor gets paid for a job and you have a particular profile as an actor, you're an A-list actor, right? You should be able to get points on the film.
So
you should be able to get a percentage of the film.
Would you share a range and give me numbers? Let's talk numbers. Would you give me a range? So let's say your average Joe actor, just average, not A-list category, maybe more like BC. What would they be earning? Ballpark figure.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't be able to tell you that because I don't really have a clue. You know, I operate on two different stratas. What I get paid for a film that I do abroad is very different from what I get paid for a film I do in Nigeria. So when I come and do a movie in Nigeria, my agents abroad don't get involved.
Because there's nothing to...
I'm not going to say, but they don't get involved. That just give you an idea, right? But they know that Wale wants to be in Nigeria, he wants to do X, Y, Z, and so they just let me do my thing. I spend 3-4 months in the country and I go back.
So you're not based here?
Not all the time.
Per se. So your family is over there?
Well, I have family here and I have family abroad.
Wife and kids abroad?
Yeah.
And other family
Well,
here?
I'm not married, so...
Oh, you're not?
No.
Wonderful. Let them know because, you know,
they know already. I mean,
never know.
Most of the country knows I'm not married.
The female actors here in Nigeria seem to be more successful
with
their show. I mean, it would seem when we go off of social media and what we see, they're showing off new houses, they're buying cars. It would seem like, you know, the female actors are really winning.
I think the female actors are winning, quote unquote. Maybe not out of what they make out of Nollywood, but because they've got some serious side hustle.
I like that.
Yeah, they do. I mean, I know a lot, you know, and the women, and that means that they're not only actors, but they're entrepreneurs. You know, they've got a jewelry design thing going on, they've got a bag design, they've got a clothes design, so they take it off.
Restaurants, some of them,
exactly.
Spas. I know quite a few of them who have like, you're right, spa businesses and things like that.
And people will say, oh, you know, so-and-so, that's her business. My, she's an amazing actress. I will go. And it's a win-win situation.
For everybody.
So maybe they're more entrepreneurial than the men.
But why do you think the men are not like more entrepreneurially inclined?
And men are lazy now.
Oof.
Oof. Okay. Yeah, oof. It's true. I mean, you know, men are generally lazy. You know, they like to just sit around at the house and let the women do the cooking, the washing, blah, 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 you know. But times have changed.
You're a feminist. I like you. The cinema culture is now really popular. How can we expand it, though?
Well, it's expanding. It really is expanding.
But what can we do to move it forward even more?
Well, we need to really pay a lot of attention to detail now. You know, in a lot of the films, which is why I'm surging into going into directing. You know, I directed this film. The next one that's coming up, I've written that.
When is this coming out?
This one is coming out on the 4th of October. Don't get mad, get even. We have a premiere on the 29th of September, which is a week today. And then the film comes out, general release from the 4th of October.
Nice.
Right, most of the cinemas in the country. So please don't miss it. Don't get mad.
Get even. Do you think the quality of our movies can compete with other industry?
Like?
I don't know, Bollywood.
Yes, now. Easily.
Hollywood.
Hollywood, of course.
Gollywood.
All of them. Collywood, Zinnywood, Bonnywood, all the woods. Even the woods from Mars, we can compete with it. You know why? The Nigerians are blessed and imbued, gifted with an incredible amount of energy.
We are.
There's no doubt about it. I was speaking with His Royal Highness a couple of weeks ago, and he mentioned the Oni of Ife.
Okay.
Imagine he was in Canada talking to some high-ranking
Is he going to be in Get Mad, Get Even?
Is he going to be in the film?
I'm telling you a joke.
I wish. And he said that when he was there, they were all listening to Nigerian music. They were all dancing to Nigerian music, you know? And I've been told that there are parts of Jamaica where if people like Rita Dominic went down there, Ramsey Noah or whatever, that they will get mobbed. Because all down that street, they're selling just Nollywood cinemas, Nollywood films. So there's a huge demand, and I think we're going to meet that demand, but we have to meet that demand with greater quality.
What is the process used in scrutinizing cinema movies? Because sometimes we go to the cinemas and see a movie that really isn't up to like a home movie standard. It would seem like people have difficulty differentiating what is a made-for-TV movie from a big screen movie.
No, I think you're right, but I also think that the general audience out there are getting very, very more and more discerning, you know, of the way they watch Nigerian films. I was doing a meet and greet yesterday for Casanova, which is a movie in which I play the lead with Oritola, and people were saying, "Oh, I want to go and watch Rambo instead." So I was like, why now? So I had to sit and also really stand and convince them that they should go and see this film. And then they agreed. And they were saying, they were giving me reasons why a lot of them don't watch Nollywood movies. And they were all very, you know, genuine reasons. But there are also a lot of reasons why they should go and watch Nollywood films because the scenario is changing. It's changing a great deal, you know.
Is there a set standard for Nollywood movies, or are they produced based on budget resources available to the producer?
Some are produced based on budget resources, and some are not.
You know, I don't know. I've always sort of struggled with, because I grew up in Surulere, which was the home of Nollywood, really.
Yes.
That's where it was born and where everything happened. And I know that we used to make jokes, Nollywood movies casted on Monday, acted on Tuesday,
distributed on Wednesday, and then you enjoy it, and then jump it by Friday.
You know,
there's
Sunday,
another one again the week after.
Sorry, part 2 on Monday again. So, tell me, I've always struggled with that time. Like, how do you shoot a film in 1 week? Is this global standard practice, or is this something that we do based on budget, availability of the actors? Like, can you really put together a quality feature-length film? That's like, I know you can, but should you?
Well, I mean, I can't remember the last time that I shot a Nigerian film in less than a week. I haven't done it. I've never done it. I've never done it. You're talking about something that happened a long time ago. It doesn't really happen that much now.
Anymore,
No. Yeah, to be honest.
I'm glad.
We've moved on.
I'm really glad for that. Why are you guys finding it difficult to scale up? Why are investors not stepping in for an industry that is truly the third in the world?
Fear. You know, it's a risk. You know, it's a gamble.
Everything is a gamble.
Everything is a gamble, you know. But I think one of the things also that drives people away is an enabling environment. You know, if I tell you that I was cast in a film in South Africa that cost $45 million, and I had to play the leader of a Niger Delta. I was playing a hardcore militant. I kidnapped some Oyibos and tied them up and all of that. And they shot the film in Durban. And this film was entirely set in Nigeria.
Really?
Yes. $45 million. So I called the producer, and the director, sorry, and I spoke to him, and he said that the studios were very nervous about coming into Nigeria. They were nervous about finding bonding for their films, insurance, etc. But I said, come on, we have huge oil companies that get insured for billions of dollars. So why wouldn't a $45 million project that will feed a lot of Nigerian mouths come into the country? And they said, well, another thing is that they could not find proper line producers. And by line producer, I mean, it's technical language. Somebody who will now bring in their company and make sure everything is done for them, insurance, basic studio, infrastructure, all of that. They just didn't find that enabling environment. So if we had a government that created an enabling environment for that to happen, I think you'll have more investors to film in the country. The problem is we don't have a government that creates an enabling environment, and that's the problem.
Tell them.
Yeah.
We've seen Nollywood veterans fall sick and then depend on the public to raise funds for treatment. And that often really breaks my heart, to be honest. Has the body, which is Nollywood, looked into this to ensure it becomes a thing of the past?
I think they're looking into it, but I think they could look into it a lot better. It's a very serious issue.
It is a really serious issue.
Highly, highly serious.
Because it's so embarrassing that people who have, you know, entertained us for decades just like fall ill and there's no health care, nothing for them. But isn't there a guild of sorts?
Well, I know that there are guilds, there are associations, but do they look after these stars?
No.
I know we're depending on the likes of people like Femi Otedola now to come along and rescue, you know, some of our great, great actors. And I have to personally tell you, I think it's a shame.
It is.
I think it is a shame. I think there should be some kind of a fund. Some of these guilds that say, look, if any of our big actors, or even non-big actors, you know, there should be something that take care of them, take care of their well-being if they have an accident or a fallout or whatever, till infinity, really, because of the body of work that they've done. Again, this is part of what I said, that there has to be a system in place that will take care of that. An insurance system, a health insurance system.
Tell me a bit. Matter. It really does break my heart. Yeah. But I need you to tell me a bit about Don't Get Mad, Get Even. Who are the leads? Who are the star actors?
Don't Get Mad, Get Even. It's a long list of actors in this.
So it's an ensemble cast.
Really is an ensemble.
Tell me, shoot off some names.
It's a great cast, a stellar cast. They did a great job. We've got Yemi Sholade.
Okay.
We've got Femi Jacobs.
I love Femi Jacobs. He's my birthday mate.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, fantastic. Well, you're going to love him in this film.
Okay.
And you're going to see him as you've never seen him before. Because he's got dreadlocks.
Oh, nice.
Yes, and he plays a real gigolo in this film.
Femi.
Yeah, Femi, yeah. We've got great Toyin Abraham.
Oh, I love her.
Nancy Sima.
Oh, nice.
You know, Said Balogun.
Oh.
Jide Kosoko.
Okay.
Patience Osoko.
Okay.
Ayo Adesonya.
Okay.
Kenneth Okoli. Deyemi Okolamo.
Okay.
So list goes
on. These are all my guys.
Yes, they're all. It's a whole great big ensemble. And the story is between two brothers. One is a rich music producer who dates a lot of women. The other is a professor who is struggling.
Are they twins?
No, they're brothers.
Okay.
One is senior brother. The music producer is the junior brother. And the elder brother gets into financial struggles. He's a professor, university professor. The wage he's earning is not enough, and the wife leaves him. So he finds himself penniless. Comes to live with the junior brother, and their lives clash. Because the junior brother, a music producer, you know, a fizzy, there's music everywhere, girls everywhere. And
fast life.
Fast life. Too fast, lots of champagne and Hennessy. And the senior brother is like, what is going on here? What kind of life are you leading? You know, at some point he says, this is like the 4th or 5th special one that I have seen in this house. So how many more am I going to see by the end of the week? So they have a huge clash. And really, at the end of the day, the film is really talking about relationships and about how we handle our relationships. In one scene with Femi Jacobs, his girlfriend says, I love you. And Femi Jacobs replies, thank you.
Oh, well. I have said that in the past.
You have said it,
Yeah.
I love you, and he has said thank you.
No, someone
you
has said I love you.
And you said thank you.
Absolutely.
Why did you say thank you?
Thank you for loving me.
You love...
Thank you for loving me.
Really?
Why not?
And what was his reaction?
You're welcome.
That was his reaction?
No, that wasn't his reaction, but that's another thing.
That's another matter.
I'll tell you off camera.
Okay.
So tell me. She says I love you, and then...
And she explodes. She explodes on him, and then the film takes another turn. And you know, and his character really is a total lady killer. Total lady killer. Until he meets this girl, Ada, played by Nancy Sime. And he loses the plot. Completely falls in love with her. And she falls in love with him. They begin this merry-go-round of a relationship.
I wish she'd brought us a trailer.
Yes. The trailer is actually out. If you go onto our Instagram page, Don't Get Mad, Get Even themovie.com. The trailer is out there. There's also a trailer on my Instagram page.
Okay. What's your Instagram?
At Real Wale Ojo.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can see the trailer out there, folks. And it's an exciting film. And we shot all in Cotonou.
Interesting.
Yes.
How is that? How was that?
Fantastic.
Was it cheaper than shooting in Lagos, in
Nigeria?
Nigeria?
I won't say it was cheaper, but it was relatively easier. In terms of, like, there was 24 hours electricity, and we were embraced with open arms by the government. It's quite a
hospitable...
Yes, it was.
It is quite a hospitable place.
Very hospitable. And I'm not saying shooting in Nigeria isn't hospitable. It has a lot of advantages shooting in Lagos. But over there, we just had this problem that we're having, and that is electricity.
I see.
You know, and if you don't have electricity, you still have loud generators.
Of course.
There's about 10 generators while you are shooting.
And which also increases the costs and everything else.
Huge costs, and you have to wait. And
do you often get mistaken for Wale Ojo? Because there is another actor.
Yeah. Wale Ojo is my son.
Don't start any rumors that you can't handle.
No, I cannot handle it.
I'm telling you now, because they will snatch that and run with it.
No, yeah, I do get confused with them.
Does it get annoying?
No, I think it's very funny, yeah.
Because I know Wale though.
Yes,
he's a friend of mine.
Yeah. I think there was one time, I think I was in London at the time, my mom called me and said, well, an aunt of yours just saw a big billboard in Abuja of one film. I said, what film is that? I can't remember that. And she mentioned the title. I don't think I was in that film. And she goes, yes. And then she goes, oh, no, it's Wale Ojo. I said, oh, okay. So.
Tell me one thing, because we're running out of time now,
Sure.
but one thing to the viewers, for anyone, any young one who wants to go into acting, a few words of wisdom.
Well, I know that, these are hard times. We won't go fully into why that is, but because I could spend another hour here talking about that. But I just want to say that art has the power to inspire a revolution. And if you're an actor or a musician or a poet or a sculptor, and you're sitting there thinking, I need to get out of this country because there's nothing here for me, I would say rethink. Because with the power of your art, you can create a change within yourself, within your community, and within this country. And God knows we need change, real change.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you.
We'll be right back, guys.
Say, hey, hey, hey.